Alright, Shalom Israel. First and foremost, I want to give all honor, glory, and praise unto YAHAWAH, BAHASHEM, YAHAWASHI, BAHASHEM, WAKWAK, double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone, and Shalom to the mighty Akim Wagwathim, who are diligently waiting to be delivered from this pound captivity. This is Brother Kawakub coming at you with another lesson. Today's lesson is going to be on this video, which I should have played it at the beginning, so I'm going to play now.
It is a gift to the billionaire class while causing massive pain for working families. Actually, I'm wrong. I shouldn't use the word gift because the billionaires paid for it. This bill is an absolute reflection of a corrupt campaign finance system. The billionaires invest hundreds of millions of dollars in candidates and in elections, and in this bill, this piece of legislation, their investment is paying off. So, what are they getting? Well, the top 1% is receiving $975 billion in tax breaks. Further, and this is really quite unbelievable, the wealthiest 0.2% receive a $211 billion estate tax break. $211 billion for the top 0.2%. In that provision, 99.8% of Americans get zero. Further, large corporations in this bill get a $918 billion tax break. That is what the 1% and the wealthy campaign contributors get. It is a gift to the billionaire class while causing massive pain for working families. Actually, I'm wrong. I shouldn't.
Alright, so basically you heard that, basically he was complaining, talking about how, there is some, well, first off, let's get this. Isaiah chapter 10 verse 1, woe to them that decree unrighteous decrees and that write grievousness which they have prescribed. And, this is what's going on right now, where you have people, you have the leaders, okay, of a particular nation, Babylon, whatever, America, who's making a whole bunch of different wicked decrees and setting things to be a certain way that only benefits the people that are already rich, the people that are already thriving. All right. And another thing about this is that I saw this video somewhere. I didn't see the whole thing. I just saw one of the thumbnail timestamps, whatever the frick it's called, where the title of the conversation was DJT is a king. All right, and that made me think, that made me realize, hold on a second, that is actually true. That's genuinely like a literal fact. Like, he's genuinely like a king that's been able to do literally whatever he wants. Like, he's been able to do a whole bunch of outlandish and outrageous things. Like, and it's just like, America, they said they claim to have something called a checks and balance. All right, but it's like all the people, like all that just out the window. Like all that stuff is just, it's non-existent. All the people are being silenced. All the people are just going along with whatever bullshit that DJT is going through with the deportation, a whole bunch of other laws. I can't list them all off, but you basically get the point if you have been keeping up with what DJT has been doing. And it is, I'm telling you, it's really like baffling to me just how much he's been able to get away with. All right, and on top of that, the only people that are truly benefiting from this is Esau. Okay, Esau is the only one that is actually, or Slaki, not Esau. The rich are the only ones that are benefiting from it. Even the poor Edomites are not benefiting from it. Even the poor Edomites are like, okay, you know what? Hell no, I regret voting for DJT. I didn't know that it was going to be like this. I thought it was going to be X, Y, and Z, blah, blah, blah. It's like there's so many people that were suffering as a result of it. It's genuinely unbelievable. And as you see in the title of this video, many brothers have been saying that, you know what, this just looks like it's the start of Jacob's trouble. Like, this is literally this. I believe, speaking as a man as well, being as a man, that this does seem to be like Jacob's trouble, because especially with how unchecked this man is with all the stuff that he's been doing. He's doing all this stuff like so audaciously. It's like it's not even any. There's no. It's not. He's not even hiding the intent. Okay, the intent and the hatred behind his actions. Okay, especially with the deporting Israelites, being the so-called Hispanics, now recently Haitians. All right, and inviting a bunch of South Africans, which South Africans are. They're not, the South Africans, quote unquote, are supposed to be so-called black skinned people or Hamites, but they are actually, in this sense, they were primarily or only letting in the Edomite looking South Africans. Okay, so that's what they were doing. So they wanted some rice-skinned people, some more rice-skinned people in their country. Okay, so they invited a bunch of them. I don't even know, like, were they expecting them to replace the so-called Hispanics? Like, because I'm pretty sure that they were like, I'm not working no farm job, and a bunch of farms had to shut down because of their lack of workers, because of their Hispanic employees, which honestly I heard of a bunch of stories of them treating them damn near like slaves, underpaying them less than minimum wage, all right, and stuff like that, or maybe not even paying them at all, and then they just had to accept it because they can't get any proper protection. All right, let's continue on. Let's go. Oh yeah, Slakia. So basically, going back to this, with that whole exposition, okay, you have this dude Bernie Sanders who's complaining about this, and the thing is that this is not an uncommon thing. They've always been complaining. They've always been saying, oh, Trump is doing this, oh, the people in the government, they're doing this, they're doing that, they're doing X, Y, and Z, and they always have these people that are complaining, saying this is an unrighteous thing, they're doing this, then the third. There's all these different problems, but yet they still consent, they still allow these things to happen. Now let's continue and actually prove that, get these scripture precepts. Proverbs chapter 1 verse 10, my son, if sinners entice thee, consent thou not. Also, where is it? Leviticus chapter 19 verse 17, thou shalt not hate thy brother in thy heart, thou shalt in any wise rebuke thy neighbor and not suffer sin upon him. So when someone is doing something wrong, you cannot consent. Your silence, your letting them do it, even if you say, oh, I'm not going to be a part of this, you're still the fact that you see it, the fact that you see something happening, okay, and you have the power to stop it, then that means that you're consenting to it. You're also a part of the problem. And an example, okay, just to kind of better show this, okay, because I want to give a proper example, so there's nothing lost in translation. Okay, when I say that if you watch this happen, then you are part of the problem, I mean only the people that are in power. Meaning that if you are a leader, if you have influence in the decision making, and you let this happen, then you are part of the problem. For the people that are rioting, protesting, and all that stuff, they can all do that, sure, but us as Israelites, we should not, because protests, they never work. They do not work. The only thing that actually happens is that they say, okay, you know what, these people are complaining, let's do it, let's give them what they want. Or when Jake is complaining, when Jake is rioting, let's get the fire hoses, let's get the rubber bullets, let's get the this, let's get the that, let's get the whatever, let's get the dogs on them. All right, they will get a whole bunch of things to take their anger to just abuse us at that time. But whenever Esau does it, then okay, it's Esau. Let's be nice to them. Let's let them complain. But no actual change is going to happen. Okay, they already showed that. All right, and I already showed this multiple times before. Okay, I guess I'll show it again. Hillary Clinton officially wins popular vote by nearly 2.9 million. So meaning that the individuals that voted for Hillary Clinton, okay, more individual citizens voted for Hillary Clinton compared to people voting for Donald Trump during his election, but Hillary still lost that election. Okay, and I think DJT actually hates hearing that. But anyway, aside from that, the main thing is that this goes to show that your vote, if you are voting in this stuff, your vote does not matter. Your opinion does not matter, and they literally showed you that while you have all these people that are going in trying to participate. And as a matter of fact, you know what I also remember? I also remember that the first moment, the first second that they've officially opened the voting stuff, Hillary Clinton actually lost. I literally remember hearing about that because I wasn't too invested in it. I thought it was funny, and then I thought it was funny, like, okay, well, maybe there's going to be a woman president, X, Y, and Z. I don't care. It has nothing to do with me. But the thing is that I heard that as soon as the thing started, and there was even an SNL skit on it, okay? Hillary Clinton lose. Yeah, there was a skit where she had lost the election. I remember seeing it. Okay, I'm not gonna play it, but I'm gonna let you see a bit of it, okay? Because basically what happened was immediately, the first night, the first day, all right? Yeah, the first day, okay? What happened was she had lost, okay? You had all these people saying, oh yeah, we're gonna go wait and hear all the results, and we're gonna hear the progress report. But instead of hearing a progress, you heard that, okay, well, Donald Trump just won. He just won immediately, like literally frame one on the first hour or something, or the first second. I don't remember if it was an hour or second, but he definitely won like immediately. All right, on that day he won. Anyway, so yeah, that was basically the stuff with how your opinion does not matter, even though the majority of people said that they wanted Hillary Clinton, it didn't matter. And while Kamala Harris did lose the popular vote in the last election, because I have been, ever since Hillary Clinton lost Slovakia, I've always just checked, okay, did this man win by X, Y, and Z? Did he win by popular vote? So I can just use that as another example. And then lo and behold, DJT actually did win the popular vote. I think let's... Slocky, bear with me. Yeah, he won the popular vote over here. Did what the fuck? So he won the popular vote, I guess. And he was the first Republican to win the popular... Okay, well, I guess so. I guess that makes sense, given how liberal, quote-unquote, America has been prior to his, winning of the election. Anyway, continuing on. Actually, I don't even remember. The only presidents I remember is Biden, Obama, and who the fuck was before? Was it Obama? Who was which? George W. Bush. Okay, that's crazy, huh? I guess I was miscounting Slovakia. Anyway, basically, you got Obama. Then after Obama, DJT, and then Biden, then DJT again. But yeah, this is just another, basically, yeah. Anyway, to continue on, as I was saying initially, the main thing here is how you have a whole bunch of terrible things that's going on, and as a result of these terrible things, happening to us, our people, the Israelites, not just Judah, not just Ephraim, not just the Northern Kingdom, to all of us. Okay, it's only spreading, it's only getting worse. All right, and you have these devils. Okay, key word being operative word being devils. All right, being pretending like, oh my god, this is such a travesty, we need to do something, you guys need to do something, X, Y, or something needs to happen. It's not you need to do something, it's something needs to happen. But while they're saying that, while they're all doing all that performance, they're over here like, okay, so after is it done recording? Okay, I don't care, I like that this is happening, I'm just gonna go back and sit down and do nothing because this doesn't got anything to do with me, it doesn't affect me, so I'm just gonna go enjoy my $1 million mansion. I'm gonna go in and do whatever bullshit that fake that these devils do and whatnot. All right, so yeah, like they might complain and talk like, oh yeah, we're all good, this is all good, I'm happy. It's like I'm not happy with this. This is not good. We need to do something needs to happen. But then no, they're literally going to make no efforts to try to stop it. All right. And that's another thing that I hate. You have so many Israelites that are surprisingly voting for Trump. That are surprisingly all for this stuff just for them to be treated it like garbage. Okay. It's like are backstabbed. All right. Proverbs 29 verse 2, when the righteous are in authority, the people rejoice, but when the wicked beareth rule, the people mourn. Okay, so that's another thing where, if this was a righteous ruler, if Esau was a righteous ruler, no one would be complaining, no one would be suffering as they are. We would be okay, like, okay, you know what, yeah, I get it, this stuff is happening, this stuff is going on, so, but because the leaders are being wicked, we're over here like suffering. We're all here like, oh my god, I can't make rent, or I can't do this, I all my luxuries is going away, all this, that, and a third. It's getting worse, it's getting harder, like X, Y, and Z. All right, like, it's not getting any easier, it's not getting better, it's only getting the living conditions are only getting worse. All right, it's very unfortunate. All right, Slovakia is very unfortunate. Anyway, to continue on, I think that's it. Yeah, that's it. Basically, yeah. So, I honestly do. I'm making this lesson to say I do believe Jacob's trouble is closely on the horizon. Yahawadah, it is on the horizon. And in addition to that, I pray that the Lord protects the elect specifically, okay, because I don't care about these other Israelites, but I pray the Lord protects the elect specifically. I pray that we're able to make it through. I pray that the end is gonna come. I pray that the Lord's gonna get us out of here soon, and we can stop sighing and crying. Let me actually get that before I leave. I'll end it off with this. Luke chapter 18 verse 7. And shall not Yahweh avenge his own elect, which cried day and night unto him, though he bear along with them? You know, and that's basically it. You know, we are over here crying, waiting for the Lord, sighing and crying, all right, waiting for the Lord to do it every night. I don't know, maybe not you, maybe not me, okay, but maybe some Israelite is crying every night, saying like, Yahawadah, Yahawashi, please get us out of here. I'm sick and tired of this X, Y, and Z. And you know, as Yahawashi said, he that shall endure unto the end. Matthew chapter 24 verse 13, but he that shall endure unto the end, the same shall be saved. And you know, this is what we're waiting for, okay? So with that praise lesson was edifying, I want to give all honor, glory, and praise unto Yahawah, Ba'ashem, Yahawashi, Ba'ashem, Wakwak, Wadash, double honors to the elders and apostles, great millstone, above the ball, and Shalom.